Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Party Makes Things Worse Monster of the Week edition, The Prince of Charming. I resisted the urge to take a big gulp of my drink with ice cubes in it this time. Barely.
Come on.
I almost did it again. Welcome back. We are ostensibly halfway through this adventure. Is that true? I don't know. I truly don't know. Maybe less.
I feel like we are well into the rising action. I think we're in Act 2. We're getting there, right? We have a couple of locations we can go to next. We have a couple of people we could kill next.
This is Act 2. We jump back in live with the party split between two vehicles. Connor, what's up?
I was just thinking about it. So the witch is a bit stronger right now, and it got colder. Today's as cold as a witch's titty.
Get out of here.
I would say...
Get out of here.
Who knows where I get my keeper inspiration from? Idioms, potentially. Metaphors, maybe.
Thomas gets a nosebleed and starts driving faster.
We follow the party in two separate vehicles. Who is in what vehicle?
I can tell you. Mm-hmm. Charles, Will, and Thomas are in the truck. Jessica, Connor, Emily, and Jim are in the van.
All right. You two groups, I assume, burn out of this section of the woods, ripping onto the main road and heading directly for the hospital.
Thomas is going to see how fast his truck can go. He knows he's not going to get pulled over.
That's true. You got the long arm of the law on your side.
I'll say this. I had to choose a few things about my mobility, my car. One of the bad things about it is not fast.
Oh. So the van is going to be puttering behind as Thomas... I guess in character for Thomas, rips into the heart of danger.
Someone's in danger.
Is respectable. Yeah, Thomas rips out. Connor, you get into first gear. About 15 seconds later, you get into second gear. It's taken some time. But nevertheless, you make a quick approach at the hospital. Thomas, it only takes you about 8 minutes, give or take, to pull up here. It's going to take probably 10 to 15 for Connor to catch up. You pull in. And the first thing you see is the flashing lights of the patrol car of the sheriff. The next thing you see are, I would say, a handful of people sporadically running out of the front sliding doors of the hospital. Some of them bleeding from various wounds, all of them terrified. You see two women, a man, and then you see a child dragged by another woman being pulled out.
Thomas pops open the door, hops out, folds the seat forward, helps William out, folds the seat back, closes the truck, whips around. He swapped out his heavy flashlight for a small knife on behalf of our friend and companion, Jim Duggins. He's really hoping to get a gun from the cop because he knows how to shoot. He just carrying one makes his life infinitely more difficult as he crosses state lines and gets pulled over and asked awkward questions. Having a 6-shooter in the glove compartment's not a great idea. So he is jogging over to where he sees people, gives a glance at the car to see if anybody's inside. Is it empty?
Yeah, so the seat clicks back up as Will steps out, and you run towards the people. You pass by the patrol car as you do so. You look in. There's nobody inside of the vehicle. Roll me I'm going to say a sharp
4, 5, 6 plus 2, 8. Mixed success.
You see inside the patrol car is on like a back rack, front like dash rack, you see a pump action shotgun.
Okay, interesting. Thomas rolls up, sees that, and goes, just sort of silently closes his eyes and goes, I need you to be as stupid as you seem. Reaches out and opens the door of the cop car, hoping it's unlocked.
It is unlocked.
Stupid son of a bitch. Reaches back and grabs the shotgun off the rack, grabs are there like loose shells? Does it have like a little shell thing on the side of it? Like a Brunelli, is there anything like that?
And that is where you are going to get the mixed part of that mixed success. You see that there are shells affixed to the side, and there are 4. You have 4 rounds in this shotgun.
I'm going to take it, stand up, and runs up to the front door of the hospital. Thomas has a lot of problems. One of them is this man has no guiding light. He just goes and is going to sort of kick the door open and run inside looking for the sheriff and anything
Are we
else.
taking William with us? Or
I assume Will's behind me, is he?
Will is standing next to Charles, waiting to see what the whole group does.
Come on!
He's looking back and forth. Oh, and he nods and then runs after you. Yeah, all right.
Safest place for you to be is next to one of us. I don't want you by yourself ever. And then he's gonna look at Charles as he recovers and goes, let's get a move on.
yeah, and definitely stay away from anything undead.
Well, unfortunately, I don't know if I'm gonna have that luxury.
All right, let's go.
You look left and right. There is shattered glass. There's knocked over wheelchairs. The nurses' station at the front where they would receive patients, empty. You don't see anybody there. You see flashing lights in here. Somebody pulled the fire alarm. It has now gone silent.
Okay.
But the lights are still flashing. And there's floodlights on. That's basically all the illumination you're getting.
Thomas isn't too tough, but he's plenty sharp. So he's gonna just kind of slice the pie behind the desk, see if there's anybody injured on the ground, keep moving forward, keep checking behind him. I don't know, Charles, I'm not here to dictate. You can tell me whenever you decide to split off. The only thing Thomas really wants to do is he remembers where the security guard door was, and it was just behind the front desk. So he's gonna give that door an open, hoping it's unlocked, and see if he can see a couple of CCTV cameras, and maybe see if there's anything in there that could help them. If there's some kind of anything, if a helmet to put on Will, something like that, some protective gear would be sick. I'm guessing a thin chance that they've got Kevlar in the small local hospital, but you gotta hope.
You slice the pie here, and you see on the ground is a dead woman in nurse's garb. Whoever was manning this reception desk, she's face down, so you don't recognize her. But you do see that she has several wounds on her body.
Thomas will take just a quick moment to see what the nature of the wounds is and grab her keys.
You see she has been bashed over the skull with a rock, a blunt instrument of some sort.
Yeah.
And you see her arm has been broken as well, probably trying to block a strike. Keys, you don't need to search her. You saw the nurse grabbing the keys last time. It's right underneath the desk, just on a little hook.
Because that also means we can lock doors as we're making our way around. Thomas reach out, grab the keys, look back and go, Charles, I think your friend is here, and point down at the body and this sort of pretty grisly kind of wound.
And I did my roll after seeing the body for the pure drive of fear and just like seeing the dead body, but just like knowing that we have to protect people here. I did roll a 10 at least. So
Hey,
like,
nice. You know
keeping
what?
cool.
Charles has been great at resisting that prey instinct.
Standing up and making his way to the security office, I have an I guess, bonus character fact. Who here canonically thinks they have killed somebody before? Thomas has killed 2 people in the line of his strange duties.
I definitely have.
Yeah, I was curious, Charles, or I guess if Jessica ever, it would be a little wild for Jessica to have taken somebody down, but okay, interesting. I think that's going to really inform what happens in these next few minutes. That's good to know. Yeah, Thomas will run up and unlock the security door, open it up, and just try to quickly get a look at the situation.
You do see the CCTV cameras still running, but you know that the VHS recorder is empty.
Honestly, good. We don't need video evidence of this. I just want to see, like, can I see the sheriff in any of these TVs? Can I see any of these? Is there more than one dead person with a rock? What's the deal?
Roll plus sharp.
What?
This is going to be read a bad situation.
I'll do the help action for that too, but like
There
I'll
you
watch the door. You do everything else. Don't worry.
Charles,
Thank
go
you.
ahead and roll your help.
All right. That was a 6.
That does not, I believe, help. for help out.
That's full fail, which doesn't really.
Yeah.
There's no particular
No
negative
negative.
consequence for that on help out. It's just.
Charles, you see Will look around the space, shrug, and grab a waiting room chair and begin to smash it against the ground until it shatters into pieces, and he has a nice long sharp stick. But that noise was super loud. So that's where your failure comes. You are looking hyper focused in a way that I don't think Thomas gets to be very often, because most of the time it's poring over tomes and books. The adrenaline is high in this moment. There's like 10 screens in front of you and you're looking at each one of them. You see 3 dead bodies just on the camera.
Great.
So that's in the hallways. You don't know how many there are in the rooms. There's no cameras in there. there.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's most vulnerable? What's the best way to protect the victims? The victims is everybody. There is a special caveat for the sheriff, whose name is escaping me.
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? This is a bit of a slant answer. There's not any combatants here that you haven't seen that you're going to see on the camera. What you realize as you're looking at this, the lights are flashing and it's kind of messing with the CCTV visual. But that means the fire alarm has been tripped. If the fire alarm is off, the firefighters are on their way, and that is way more innocent people that can get killed in this situation.
Damn. How far behind us? Could we see the van, or did we completely lose the van?
You completely lost it. You're getting close to when they're going to get here, and you would know that, but you're not sure how long.
I take the walkie-talkie from Charles, and I'm going to call, and I'm going to say, can y'all see the hospital yet?
The answer is yes. They're about a minute out now.
Okay, this sounds crazy. I need you to light a car on fire in the parking lot. Pick a random one. Do not burn my Ford Ranger. Firefighters are going to come on the way. They're going to get killed. Light a car on fire so they got something to put out. And then he'll let go of the walkie-talkie and hang it back to Charles and look at those two and go, all right, I think the sheriff's walled himself up in a room. I couldn't see him on any of those closed-circuit televisions. A couple of people are down. Some lights are out. I think we're just going to have to sweep the halls. Stay close, hope for the best.
Sounds good.
All right.
Point me in the direction. I will hopefully get this thing down.
And your following two questions, one of them was, what's the best way to protect the victims?
Absolutely.
The answer to the best way to protect the victims is there's nobody in the halls. Anybody who's left is going to be in one of the rooms. As you approach whatever's happening here, opening those rooms and calling out that the path behind you is safe to get them out is the best maneuver.
Great.
Because right now, anybody who's left is just huddled.
Important timing question. Key cards or keys?
It is keys.
Ugh. All right, cool. That's fine. It's just going to slow us down.
And your last question was...
what's most vulnerable to me? I think there might be no answer to this question, so I'm willing to, let's say it's
We'll
hold. I'll hold
Yeah.
that question for the first time I see one of these jabronis, and we can
Nice.
keep running.
You step back out of the security room. Will holding his pointy chair leg. Charles, what weapon are you wielding, Charles?
My fists, I guess, and feet.
You're ready to go,
Yeah.
fisticuff style. You see them standing guard.
I think my legs and arms are probably like, just because I'm in this battle mode, are a little bit more lankier looking.
All right.
Animorphs.
Yeah, terrifying to know that Charles is going to start kicking people to death.
Yeah.
You cut out and you find them standing guard. There are two paths to take. Both of them are through swinging doors. You're not in the locked up area yet. So as you look left and right, it's just swinging doors. Are you going to the left or to the right?
Am I looking at a bunch of signs that tell me what the different arms of the hospital are?
Yeah, so the left is intensive care, and the right is essentially outpatient. It's stuff that they can come and go for.
I think the people in outpatient can run, and the people in intensive care can't. And so if I was the sheriff, that's the way I'd go. Fair enough?
Sounds good.
All right. And then I'll turn and go down towards intensive care.
You turn and run. As you do, we see headlights flash by the front door of the hospital, and we cut out to Connor's van, along with Jessica, Emily, and Jim. You squeal the wheels here. There's about 12 cars still in the parking lot, and there's, of course, a Ranger. Ford Ranger, so if you wanted to burn that, it's there. And there's your van, but you've been given instructions. The question is, are you going to do it?
Yeah, sure. I look for the most expensive looking car.
Most expensive in 91? There's like...
I love the brain play of like whoever has the most expensive car can afford a new car. Whoever's driving a piece of shit can't is fantastic.
100%.
If it's 91, it's probably a Caddy, right?
There's Audi, there's Alfa Romeo. I'm going to say what you see is a Mercedes-Benz.
An Alfa Romeo in charming Mississippi.
Yeah, no, not here. You see a Mercedes-Benz 190E. Fresh,
Yeah.
Oh
silver,
God.
spinning rims. Some wind catches it and you see the rims spin. It's pretty sick. That's the nicest car here.
Cool.
On the back bumper sticker as you run up, it says, I heart surgery.
Sorry, Doc.
But the heart is
It's an
anatomical.
actual anatomically correct
Get outta
heart.
here.
Yeah.
An anatomical heart.
Is Jim, right?
Yeah,
The-
Jim's here.
Jim Duggins.
Jim,
Yeah, what's
Jim. Hey, give me a lighter.
Yep.
Back up. There, back up.
He runs and dives.
I flick it open and chuck it in the gas. Where we put gas.
Yeah, so Connor tapes it and slides it down the gasoline chute.
Yeah, go ahead and roll plus cool for me. You're about to set off a bomb.
This is the craziest way to do this I can imagine.
It's the fastest.
It's
I'll
the
give you that.
fastest.
You're getting
I was told to make a fire fast. I'll make a
This
fire.
is economy. No fat
This is
on
what
this.
the FBI trains you for.
No fat on this episode. Last episode we took 2 walks and saw a deer. This episode we're burning cars.
4 dead, burning cars, hospital in flames.
There's a witch whipper.
So it's cool, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's like when you get to the one episode of Supernatural of the season with a budget.
Yeah, you're like, whoa.
What?
7 plus 3, so 10.
A 10, that is a full success for Act Under Pressure. You do what you set out to do. You tape up this lighter, you pop open the gas cap, chuck it in, and like, you know that sick slide across the hood of a car that they used to do in, what is that, Southern...
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard. You Dukes of Hazzard, like a Z1, and you land on the other side, blocked by the engine manifold. A huge plume of smoke lights up the area. Everybody starts
Jesus.
coughing. Yeah, Thomas, it reverberates. It's you in the chest. You're like, whoa.
Hell?
The car has successfully been lit on fire, I would say.
Cool. Good.
And everybody else is safe because they're still kind of in the van. They're pulled back a bit. You see the sticker smoldering,
Oh,
the I Heart Surgery sticker, and then it falls off the back of the car.
All right, everyone, let's go.
Everyone?
I think Emily, maybe you should stay here with Jim. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't want to go in there, really.
Yeah.
All right, that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to stay with...
Plus,
Oh.
like to myself, I'm like, well, William's in there, so like maybe don't go in there.
Yeah, to keep them
Like, don't go in there.
separate. Yeah, she like keeps looking over at Jim with his several guns and knives. Yeah,
Yeah, you'll be safe here.
Just
Yeah.
a reminder, Jim Duggins, if memory serves, has 2 knives, 2 revolvers on each hip, and a giant shotgun, and is just
Yeah.
in the parking lot of a hospital.
he also has a rifle. We do need to put
And
that
an
out there
M1
as well.
Garand on his back.
did he get one of those?
He's armed to the teeth.
Yeah, did he
Maybe
give one
I'll
to
take
Emily too?
One or 2.
He didn't give anything to Emily.
Oh, okay.
He could, but no, he didn't.
Can I take 1 or 2 to give or no? Is that like not allowed?
We're playing fast and loose here by letting him introduce the weapons. He'll give you a revolver, and that's what you're gonna get to keep.
I also have a shotgun,
Oh,
but
Did the van
oh, so
that's
if you
for me.
find someone,
So
you
did
can
the
hand
van
gun
swing
over.
by the
maybe
house?
I'm just thinking maybe like way back when I had that kitchen knife, I probably threw my dad's shotgun into the back of the van. That's
I
my
vaguely
guess.
remember that happening.
I know
Okay.
I got the kitchen knife at some point. So
Yeah.
at which point I would
It's also-
assume that's what I did.
If it's on your gear list and filled in, you're supposed to have easy access to it. So even if we didn't say that before, we can say that that is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before
for-
you went out to the
proactively
woods
even.
in the middle of the night with the dead walking, you grabbed the gun. We do a jump cut back to her looking at the gun on the mantle and going, yeah, grabbing and throwing it into a like a cheer bag and throwing that into the back of the van. Jessica and Connor, you're ready to go, leaving Emily and Jim behind. Emily closes the van doors, and Jim just starts doing laps up and down the parking lot, looking left and right, weapons in hand for anything that jumps out. Hopefully no civilians jump out and scare him too bad. So you run towards the building. Is there anything you're doing before you enter?
I would maybe radio and say like we're coming in. Where should we go? What should we do?
We went in, we saw 2 sets of double doors, one to the left, one to the right. We went left towards urgent care. Not urgent care. The thing that's worse than
ICU.
urgent care.
Intensive.
Oh, William says
The ICU.
You hear it dimly. I love that.
Okay, I guess we'll go right and then try to meet up with you somewhere in the middle.
I don't suppose any of us would know the layout of the hospital. Is that going to happen?
I mean, I probably would.
Is it two wings, or is it
Not
like a
like,
bracket
well.
with a courtyard?
It's a square building, so those just cut out that way, and we'll
Awesome.
presumably meet in the back.
Like, I'm sure I've had my tonsils removed.
You've been
No.
you've been through here.
That's
You're in the
perfect.
outpatient.
Yeah, that's it. That's awesome.
I just want to try and radio Sheriff really quick.
Yeah, Jessica, after the car explodes, you quickly call out over the local frequency asking what to do. And then Connor, you jump onto the CB. What do you say?
Hey, Sheriff, we're here. Are there some dead bodies? What's going on? Where you at?
I'm gonna say roll me a plus sharp here.
Is this a bad situation or?
I'm gonna say yes. You're not investigating a mystery. We can do read a bad situation.
All right, so I can use my cool. So that is a 13.
You get ready to make this call, and then you think about it for a second, and you know that when you make this call, it's going to be super loud on his receiver. If he's trying to stealthily maneuver his way around whatever this terrible thing is, it will give away his position. You can do so to get the information to get to him quickly, but you might be endangering him.
Yeah. No. When it goes off, does it make a loud noise when like a loud static noise or a beeping noise, or it just be my voice?
It cuts in, it goes, and then there's the voice.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that then.
All right. You grab this CB and you think about it, look at it, and set it down. Is there anything else before you run in?
No, I'm good.
All right. Connor and Jessica, you run, leaving Jim and Emily behind, and you cut into the hospital, seeing the same thing. Flashing lights, floodlights on as well. Eerily quiet in this space. There are papers flung about, wheelchairs and chairs toppled over. A shattered, completely shattered chair on the ground, like somebody just took a sledgehammer to it. And you cut to the right through the swinging doors to the outpatient section of the hospital. You swing them open, and we cut back over to Thomas Puck and Charles Kevinson and Will. You are making quick work at this point. You've swung open several doors. Two people have run out of them after you said that they're safe to leave. There was a nurse and some sort of attendant that were both okay. These rooms are empty. They're not patient rooms, they're storage centers. So you call out to them and they run out, quickly escaping.
Looks like there's a lot of injured in the parking lot too. If you can help attending to them there in the safety.
Yeah, of course. And that nurse runs out. You see that down this hall, there are about 4 more rooms, and you see that of the 3 dead bodies you saw on the CCTV, 2 of them are here. This is where most of the carnage has been wrought, as near as you can tell. What are you doing as you approach deeper into the maw of the beast?
I'd say I'm getting ready to like maybe punch a rock that gets hurled at us or something.
You're gonna deflect missiles, sure.
I love prepping
And
protect someone.
yeah, and I will take the lead as well. But like, I guess Thomas, if you want to like point me in their direction, I'll be like the forward approach.
Yeah, just trying to stay calm and collected in the moment. Thomas looking around. Do any of the doors look damaged? Do any of the doors look like they've taken a beating? Like somebody's been batting the handle with a hammer, with a rock?
No, you don't need to roll for that. All of these doors seem like they've just been pushed open, or were locked and then left alone. You find one locked door and it looks totally fine. It hasn't been bashed on at all.
So the other 2 are not locked.
The other 2 are not locked.
No. All right, I'll say there hasn't been another door locked in the whole hallway. I think there's someone behind the locked door that ran in and twisted the lock. So we can open it, but let's be careful. And we'll stack up.
All right, should we call out too?
Let's pop the door first.
Okay.
And I'll do the careful unlock without opening it, pull the key out, and then let Charles, because he is a Tony. I'll let Tony Chopper open the door for sure. That's an easy choice.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be like, Sheriff, it's me, Charles, as I open the door.
You open the door, calling out, and you see laying on the bed here is another lifeless form. You see blood dripping into this area and then laying down on the bed. The track follows in as if this person was injured outside in the hall, ran in, closed, and locked the door behind them. And they are dead on the cot.
Thomas's eyes goes wide, and then he remembers the actual situation and looks at the two bodies out in the hallway. Are they both still on the ground?
Yeah, you swing back out and you look out, and they are still on the ground.
Everybody, I forgot that this is sort of a possession dead body thing. Keep your eyes on. We should have done something to that one at the front.
You didn't notice anything strange with like Taylor Finney's body, did you? I mean, I'll go up and at least maybe the bodies are extra warm or something.
Other than that, Taylor Finney got out of the car and walked away. That would be, I would say, one small oddity that did occur.
Yeah.
But come on, hustle up, go take a look, and I'll start looking around the other parts of the room. We gotta move.
I'll go put like a hand on the forehead of the dead body, see if it's like cold or hot.
Yeah, you put your hand down on it. It is still warm. It has not been very long since this event started. There's no rise and fall of breath. There's nothing to roll for here. This person is clearly dead, but it just hasn't been very long. You see Will standing by the door, spike in hand, looking left and right, standing guard as you guys investigate.
Great. Well, this one at least seems dead for now. I hopefully they take as long as Taylor did.
Fantastic. Maybe they need the fancy stabs. I look around the room. Do I see anything else or anybody else?
You see nothing else.
All right. It was just some poor son of a bitch who had time to lock the door but not time to live. And I'll head back out the door into the hallway.
You see that the rest of these rooms, like I said before, are not locked. They are easily swung open. And then there is another set of doors leading further into the hospital. These are also unlocked. They're swinging for those crash carts to swing through. And you see another section of the hospital, like banks to the right. You see that this is another section of that wing. You see up on the sign above, it is the burn ward.
We're moving. We're trucking. We got people to find. We got things to do.
All right.
Checking every door, opening everything that we can see, trying not to make a bunch of noise, but we already smashed a chair to pieces, so somebody probably knows we're here already anyways.
You start opening the next doors here. You all blast through this next section, opening doors, looking in. You find one more dead body in one of these unlocked rooms, and you continue forward. We jump over to Connor Connors and Jessica Fitch. You all have gone to the right instead of to the left. This is for outpatient care. You see several rooms very similar to what Thomas and Charles are looking at. Of course, you couldn't know that. But all of these rooms, as you approach them, are locked. Every single one has been locked. You try it.
Okay.
Can I use my powers? Telepathy question? And see if people are inside and trapped and like waiting for help or...
Yeah, go ahead and roll for it. 13, huge. You begin listening at these doors and you do hear thoughts coming through them. It seems like all of the people here were well enough that they were able to stand and lock the doors, hearing the screams cry out. Many of them are empty. They must have locked the doors and then gone out the window instead of trying to go through the lobby where they heard the ruckus. But there are people waiting. You don't hear anything evil, anything that strikes you as being malicious in any way. It's not, the sound of the witch. Or anything else. This is just scared people waiting it out until help arrives. For those who didn't leap out the window. You continue down this hallway and it's the same. All of these are locked.
Okay, I will look for the nurses station in the area, like in this section, to find something to open the door with, if it's keys or even just something to jimmy the locks open. If I have to use my knife, I'll try that.
Give me a plus sharp.
Sharp knife.
But
Start cutting the wood down.
That's a 6.
A 6. You double back because you don't see any nurses station. This is a fairly small hospital. The nurses station is in that front waiting area. You run over there. You do see the dead body of the nurse, and there are no keys on her. You see on a hook, there a place where keys would go. The keys are not found.
There's only one set of keys in this whole place. All right, I'll look. Maybe I have a bobby pin in my hair, and I'll try that.
Yeah, roll plus cool to try and jimmy one of these locks open.
8.
With an 8, you start to jimmy this lock open, and it's making a lot of noise, and you hear shouts from inside. Go away! Leave us alone!
No, I'm sorry. I'm just here to help get you out. I swear.
Is it gone?
What?
It-
Because I'm out here. So like, what?
It looked like a person, but it was covered in wounds. It was terrible.
Well, it's not out here right now, but I can't say that it's not coming back. So I'm just gonna try and get you out of the hospital as soon as possible.
Okay. If it's clear back that way, you hear, and the door swings open, and you see a approximately 40-year-old man with thinning gray hair holding a toddler in his arms. He looks left and right down the hallway. He sees you, a teenage girl, and is like, we all have to leave. We have to get out of here.
Teenage
Oh,
girl
I
with a
thought he
big
was gonna
hunting
come-
shotgun.
What?
Yeah, it's really terrifying. He doesn't know what to get out of this. We have to go.
No, I mean somebody's gotta help people. So you go.
He like looks back again and he says, "Okay, everyone, the exit's okay. We can go." And he starts calling out and knocking on the doors for anybody who's still here, and then takes his son and runs. And as these people do begin unlocking their doors and swinging it out, seeing that the path is clear, you see about 6 to 7 people, including hospital staff, patients, all the like, running out, filing out, ostensibly saved from the situation. As Thomas and Charles continue on, they find 2 more dead bodies inside 2 of these patient rooms. You do notice one thing, Charles and Thomas. As you get to the next set of 2 dead, the weapon changes. Instead of being bludgeoned to death, you find stab wounds and slice wounds. So this thing has found a different weapon.
All right. We're making progress. That's good. He looks back at the others and goes, "Well, supposing that we are dealing with some sort of antichrist, I suppose there's more than one definition of how to heal the sick. These people aren't sick anymore." As he's kind of making his way down, looking around, do we see like a knocked over surgical rack or something like that? Does it seem like they have like a bone saw or a scalpel that they're attacking people with, or does it seem like it's something a little bit more meaty?
Roll me plus cool.
It's just another day. When you have to act under pressure due to a monster phenomena or mystical effect, you may roll plus weird instead of plus cool.
Boom, let's go.
Nice.
Terrifyingly unfazed, Thomas Puck gets a 9.
A 9, yeah. You see in front of you is a surgical tray, and there are a few missing implements on there. But from the imprint on that tray, it seems like they are likely scalpels.
Disgusting. All right, people, keep your eyes open and your necks covered.
All right, I will be on the lookout for something glinting.
Thomas and Charles, you suddenly hear a gunshot ring out. It cracks through the entire space, and then you hear 2 more shots ring out rapidly.
Sprint.
Yeah.
It's
You're
like
sprinting.
it might as well be a starter pistol. That first shot goes off and Thomas starts going.
Yeah.
Jessica and Connor, you also hear this. It's muffled to your ears. You hear these shots ring out as well, echoing through these semi-silent chambers. Jim Duggan's out in the parking lot. You hear 3 gunshots ring out as well. Emily's in the back of the van. There are other survivors out here. It would be safe to assume that she's at least moderately safe. You could run in if you wanted to.
Jim runs over to Emily, grasps her gently, and by gently, he's actually really, really terrible. He just grabs her, grips her firmly, just like, "Now listen here, young lady.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna make sure these people are safe in there, and if I need to, I'll put it in the eye, just like I did the enemy they did to my old friends. Here, take this." He gives her a tiny knife.
Thank you.
Now, use this, aim for the jugular, right here, not mine. Now stop shaking right now. All right, he wasn't to me. Stop shaking. And he runs in.
The doors close, and then you hear chicklunk as everything's locked in the van. Emily as well, holding the blade, shaking. And you run for these sliding glass doors, and they slide in. You run through. Jessica and Connor, where are you going?
I think I would probably make sure everyone is safe here or has gone,
Mhm.
and then run towards it. But I would say, Connor, can you radio the sheriff right now?
Yeah, with the gunshot going off. Well, I can CB him. I don't CB here.
Mm.
Oh,
Do we have?
Can we walkie-talkie the sheriff or no?
You could not, but there is a PA system. You wouldn't necessarily be able to respond, but you could get an announcement out at that front desk.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think we'll probably just run then. I was gonna say like, if you can while we're running, but I would say let's force it.
Your option is going to be back to the left towards the lobby, or deeper to the right where is going to bank around. You're not sure exactly where the gunshots came from. Where are you heading?
Yeah, deeper right, because nothing was back the other way.
All right. You run deeper in. You swing open another set of these double doors and bank around to the left now. You see that all of these rooms are like open, slightly ajar. You don't see anybody in them as you run past. It seems like whatever carnage was here was strictly focused on the left path. So you rip past, you swing open another set of double doors. Just as you do so, Charles and Thomas, you swing open this last set leading into the main hall, and you see a large sign that says Staff Lounge. And you hear another straight from in there.
Running, booking it.
I'm double timing, triple timing.
You're sprinting through. Charles, you're going to make it there first, given your, what is a deer? I was going to say equine. That's not right. Whatever it is, nature, your deerquine nature. You sprint forward and swing open this door. We cut to Jim. Jim, are you going to the left path or are you going to the right?
So Jim starts assessing everything right now. If I go left, I'll be just left. All right, I'll go left. It goes right.
Which one's left? Jim, you swing open the right doors. You start sprinting down. You hear shouts from down that way. Swing open another set of double doors. Jessica and Connor, you round the bend and you see Charles and Thomas sprinting into the staff lounge. Lights flashing left and right. Charles, you're the first one in. You see the sheriff grabbed by the throat, gun knocked onto the ground, lifted into the air. You see a man in doctor's garb, a large white coat on, wedding ring in hand. It is like diamond studded. This man is incredibly wealthy.
We see the keys
sheriff
to a Mercedes-Benz hanging from
He's holding a scalpel, and he stabs out and catches the sheriff in the gut. And
I'm like just hurtling into this guy, like trying to like break his arm or something.
Roll to kick some ass, brother. Let's go.
The equivalent equine for a deer is cervine.
Cervine, okay.
Your cervine speed propels you forward.
14?
14? Oh my god.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
He's
you
dead.
choose one extra
He's
effect.
dead. You kick him in the head, he dies.
You do one of these, and you get
Yeah.
real good.
I guess I force them where I want them. I want to like slam into them and like knock the air out of them and send them stumbling back into the corner. It's 2 harm plus 1, and it ignores armor.
Woo!
So
3
3 total.
harm.
3, huh?
That's wild, yeah. You run out. You're aiming for the arm here, and you're going for kind of a tackle shove, and something in you balls that fist up, and you crack him across the jaw as you grab his arm and shove him. This doctor stumbles and slams into the wall. The sheriff falls holding his wound, blood spilling out of his midsection. The doctor, it's hard to say how bad he looks because he's already been ravaged by a blunt instrument. You see that he was already bloodied, his jaws broken and mangled. So the doctor was already looking bad, and you just really laid into him beyond that.
Guys, I think we need a good doctor. We need a doctor, but a good one in here. The sheriff's hurt.
As you punch it and grab the arm, your hand slices against this razor sharp scalpel, and it cuts into the tendons of your hand, and you recoil, losing some sensation in that hand. You take 2 harm.
We did not advertise.
So by 1.
For those in the future, sorry there's no body horror trigger on this. Spencer's not usually like this. I don't know what's going on with him. He's fallen in with a bad crowd. I know.
I don't know what your armor class is for any of you. I guess that's not true. I don't know what your armor rating is for any of you.
Yeah. Yeah, for the
So-
moves, it's one of the other monstrous moves is immortal. You do not age or sicken, or whenever you suffer harm, you suffer -1 harm less. So I don't
Nice.
know if
Pick
that
one.
even like counts as armor, or does it? Because
It
is just-
doesn't. It
Okay.
counts as armor for our own sake,
It's
but
like
it's its
heal.
own thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So you take 1 point of damage as it slashes into your hand. You pull back. The sheriff is on the ground. As this happens, Thomas Puck, you run in right behind. You see this doctor knocked over. For a second, you probably think the doctor's just dead, but then you see it move a little bit, jaw hanging loose.
Yeah, Thomas is a loose cannon. He runs over and goes, sorry, puts a foot on his chest and just tries to,
Yeah. There's gonna be kick some ass as well.
and this is the weird one. Unholy strength. Roll plus weird instead of plus tough when you kick some ass. I'm gonna say it's just Thomas genuinely has a supernatural level of focus. Like his psychic weirdness. I'm eventually gonna I'm gonna steal the big whammy from the spooky, but I'm not there yet. Thomas is gonna sprint, and he's only been in situations like this like once or twice, and it's like everything is in slow motion, which if you've ever been in a dangerous situation like swerved your car, you feel, and it sustains, and he can focus. And Thomas is like sprinting, jumps over a chair, lands, puts the foot out, has it up, says a quip, and then fires. Like, it just is kind of freakishly smooth. I say before I roll. Like, what am I doing? I'm gonna have to burn. If I fail, I'm burning the luck.
You gotta burn the luck.
I'm burning the luck. I'm seriously doing it. I already narrated it. I can't back out now. I rolled literally barely a failure. I got a 4 + 2 is 6, 1 under, a mixed success. I take that shot. Looking at kick some ass, 10+, choose one. I'm not going to suffer less harm. I'm going to inflict terrible harm because I want this problem gone. So that's plus
All right.
1 harm, so that's 4 harm.
You launch your leg out into its chest. It takes the scalpel and cuts across your Achilles tendon. And you fire. You take 2 points of damage, and this thing's head erupts. It turns to mist, and it falls crumpled dead. You are bleeding with that 2 harm, but this start has been dealt with.
Reduced to 1. After my last
Reduced to
terrible
1.
encounter, I took stranger dangers. You are always watching for hazards. When you have no harm, or you count as having 1.
You saw Charles get that blade to the hand, so you knew this was coming, and at the last second you like moved your leg, so he cut your shin instead of the back of your leg.
That's gross. What do you mean he cuts the front of my shin? That's worse. That sucks.
You can still walk.
Do you have any idea what that would feel like? I've got the yucks, dude. Yeah, he
Yeah,
blasts.
but better than the tendon.
Oh, why did I stand so close? And wipes the blood off his face. I could have done it from across the room.
Charles, you see the sheriff bleeding profusely from his stomach on the ground.
All right, I'll try to like put pressure on the wound.
Yeah. That's the right thing to do.
Okay.
You are applying pressure here. I'm gonna say it's not protect someone because that's not really what's happening here. I'm gonna say roll plus cool. You're acting under pressure. You're trying to keep
Alright.
this guy stable in a pretty bad situation.
While this is going on, Thomas will run to the door and just say, "Get in here."
You run to the door shouting, and you see Jessica and Connor. You are like right by it as he calls out, and you swing into the room.
And I got a 10 on that one.
You are applying pressure. You find like some loose gauze you pull down. You put that down. You start wrapping it with a bandage in one of these utility drawers, and you are beginning to stabilize this wound. It's bad. That needs to be set out right now. But he's not going to bleed to death in the next handful of minutes. You know that. And that gets set. And Jim, we find you running to the right. You are booking it through here. You see doors partially open. You don't hear the sounds of combat anymore. There are several more gunshots that went off, but nothing in the last 20 seconds or so. You're not sure exactly where it was coming from. You haven't found it yet, running to the right.
So is there a pathway continue going down the right, or
You can keep going to the
what's-
right, but the question that's settling into Jim's mind is, Maybe you already passed where it was happening. Maybe it's one of these rooms. You don't know where it is. Are you going to keep running until you hear or see something, or are you going to begin checking rooms?
So at this point, Jim's going to start checking rooms. He's going to start backtracking to at least the last 2 rooms, quickly peek in, see if there's anything, if you can see anything.
Yeah, Jim, you swing back and you push open these already partially open rooms. You don't see anything going on in here. There's no dead bodies. There's nobody here. There's no monster. And as you go to double back, you see the double doors swing open and a burst of speed rushing at you. You see a woman in nurse's clothes, brain essentially exposed, sprinting at you with half of a brick in hand, running, dashing straight at you. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Hey.